Welcome to the State of the Streets, y'all. Today, I want to speak plainly about something that continues to damage progress in our community. Not only violence in the streets, but the quiet obstruction that happens behind closed doors. We've spent years talking about solutions. We've watched organizations rise from pain, sacrifice, and lived experience to build programs designed to interrupt violence, mentor the youth, support returning citizens, and stabilize neighborhoods. Programs like Rules of Interruption series through OGs Against Violence were not created in boardrooms. They were built from real intervention, real laws, and real commitment to protecting lives here in Syracuse. But too often, the very organizations doing the work closest to the ground are being overlooked, delayed, undermined, or shut out from opportunities to implement the solutions they've developed. And when city officials or decision makers misuse their positions, whether through favoritism, personal bias, politics, gatekeeping, or lack of urgency, it does more than hurt organizations financially. It damages livelihoods. It weakens community trust, and it sends a dangerous message that credibility, sacrifice, and frontline work are less important than politics and relationships. That's unacceptable, y'all. Because every time a qualified community organization is denied a fair opportunity to serve, the entire city loses. These programs are not abstract ideas. They are tied directly to violence prevention, youth engagement, mentorship, conflict interruption, and neighborhood stabilization. When support is blocked, implementation is delayed. When implementation is delayed, people remain unsupported. And when people remain unsupported, communities continue to suffer. This is why the Rules of Interruption is bigger than one program. It represents the principle that communities must be empowered by people who are truly committed to the mission, not individuals protecting positions while progress stalls around them. Leadership is not built, or leadership is not about titles. Leadership is about results, y'all. And any official placed in a position to serve the public should understand that the responsibility is serious. These decisions affect families. They affect safety. They affect whether grassroots organizations survive or disappear. Most importantly, they affect whether the public continues believing in the system at all. Because once trust is broken between the community and institutions, rebuilding it becomes extremely difficult. People begin to believe their voices do not matter. Organizations begin to feel shut out before they even begin. And young people watching all of this start losing faith in whether genuine work is ever truly recognized. That stain can remain on a city for years. No community can move forward while qualified organizations are constantly forced to fight unnecessary battles just to be seen, heard, or funded. So today, this is a call for accountability, not hostility, not division, accountability. We need leadership that is transparent, leadership that is professional, leadership that understands urgency, leadership that is willing to work with credible community organizations instead of creating barriers against them. And if individuals in these positions are unwilling to fully commit themselves to the responsibility of serving the people fairly and effectively, then serious conversations must take place about whether those positions need new leadership entirely, because the stakes are too high for complacency. The community deserves officials who recognize that violence prevention and community restoration cannot be treated like political games. Lives are connected to these decisions, y'all. The people doing the work deserve respect. The organization serving the city deserves fair opportunity, and the community deserves leaders who fully committed to solutions, not obstacles. The Rules of Interruption teaches us that When destructive patterns continued unchecked, someone must step in and interrupt them before greater damage is done. That principle applies not only in the streets, but within systems as well. This is the state of the streets, y'all. Y'all see what's going on. Get with me, y'all. Till next time.